Can you believe it? Week 7 of high school football is already upon us. After tonight, the Tigers will have just one more game before the postseason campaign begins. Ryan, what do the Tigers need to look to do tonight as they take on Aquinas?
Well, first and foremost, they're going to have to look into the backfield for Sean Carroll. He totes most of the Aquinas offense and has had only 3 passing plays for this Aquinas offense in the last game that they had. So definitely going to need to get into the backfield quick with these linebackers and stop the run tonight.
Tigers lost the opening kickoff. Aquinas elected to defer, so Blue Valley will receive to begin the game. Back deep, Ben Dalkey and Thomas Hoskins. Aquinas with a tight set here in the kickoff. Don't see that often. This one will hop once before making its way to Hoskins, who has some trouble with it. Now fields it, trying to cut it back across the field. Still working his way inside the 10 and is swarmed back down to the 5. He'll be spotted down at the 6, and that's certainly not how the Tigers wanted to begin this game.
Yeah, special teams has to be a priority for the Tigers here. Definitely dangerous around that line.
First and 10 Tigers from their 5.
So the bad kick there ends up working for Aquinas. It bounced, and the hop just went over Thomas's head there. Hoskins had trouble. It bounced up in the air once before he caught it and then tried to reverse the field and was unable to get around that edge of the Aquinas kick return team. First and 10 from inside the 10 here for the Tigers on their opening possession of the game. John Price and Andre Davis out tonight, so it'll be, Andre Davis is in. John Price is out though for the Tigers. Hand off to Rudman on first down. That's Price's backup. He'll pick up a yard there on first down. So Andre Davis was not expected to play coming into the game tonight. He only played the first drive of the game for Blue Valley last week before coming out. He picked up 2 catches for 35 yards on that drive last week, but he does start tonight. So good sign for the Tigers there with Davis in. They lose one of their stars, Price, but fortunately for them, will have their other star in Andre Davis. Brush, quick throw, caught by Harold across the 10, and Harold will be brought down there just short of the 20-yard line.
Number 13, Thomas Harold.
So it'll be third down and just a couple here for the Tigers on their opening drive.
Definitely going to be big for Max Rudman here with John Price out. Going to be a big part of this game. Had a great game against North last week.
7 on that pass. 3rd and 2 from the 14.
Line to gain is the 21-yard line. The ball rests now at the 19. 3rd and 2 yards to go. 10:51 still remaining in this opening quarter. Brush with Rudman behind him. He's got Davis and Samuel on the near side. Now Samuel in motion from right to left. Brush, sprint out pass to his right. Looking, now fires down the field and into a heap of grass. There was no one in the area. Dalkey and Samuel both broke towards the middle of the field. Trevor's Brush throw was out at the numbers, and it goes incomplete. And on 4th down with 2 yards to go, the Tigers will be forced to punt on their opening drive. So Brush might have been able to pick that one up with his legs. He had some room there on the sprint out to his right, but the throw went to nobody, and now back is Will Stroud in his own end zone to punt this one away. Not the best special teams play to begin the game for the Tigers, and a 3rd and 2 that they aren't able to convert. And Sean Carroll in the offense will get the football here. Fair catch called for. And the punt isn't able to make it into Aquinas territory. Fielded at the 41. So St. Thomas Aquinas is going to start with great field position. And here comes one of the best running backs in high school football right now. It's Sean Carroll. 40 rushes last week for 233 yards and 3 touchdowns. Aquinas went with 60 rushing plays last week to only 3 passes. 40 of those 60 rushes went to Carroll. He lines up in the backfield here on first down. You'd expect he will start the game with the ball in his hands. Aiden Skinner begins under center. Doesn't throw the ball often. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season for Skinner. On first down, he takes it himself, so Carroll won't get the football. Skinner will on a design QB run, and he marches his way across the 40 down to the 38-yard line.
Stopped by number 59, Zechariah Pombo.
With just over 10 minutes to go now. It's 2nd down and 7 here for Aquinas inside Blue Valley territory. Again under center is Skinner with Carroll in the backfield. Carroll in a three-point stance. He'll get the handoff, and he's brought down right away.
Carroll
Across the
carry of
35,
middle.
good tackle there by the Tiger defense,
Brought down at the
and it's going to bring up a
35,
third and just a couple.
3rd and 4.
Very interesting stance taken by Sean Carroll in these first few plays. Don't see a lot of modern running backs nowadays getting down into the three-point, but with such a powerful back in Sean Carroll, he looks like he wants to line up and get as much power off jump.
Certainly a different offensive attack from Aquinas than the Tigers have seen all season. They've revamped their defense just to stop Carroll tonight, and it hasn't worked here on the first 3 plays. Carroll inside the 10, and the ball comes out late. Ref right away saying he was down. And on 3rd down and 5, Carroll goes from the 35 to inside the 10, a big 3rd down pickup there, and it'll be 1st and goal on Aquinas' first possession of the game.
From the 8-yard
Tigers did a good job in stopping Carroll on that 2nd down handoff, but not the same outcome there on 3rd down. Now on 1st and goal from the 8. Carroll will get it again towards the right side, and Carroll spinning into the end zone. Touchdown number 14 on the season for Sean Carroll. 4 touchdowns in his last 2 games, and Carroll is hot early. Certainly not what the Tigers needed. He touched the ball 40 times last week. There were just 3 touches on that drive. He's able to find the end zone, number 14 on the season for Sean Carroll.
Unbelievable running play there on 3rd down, huge pickup, and the extra point is good from Matt Siebold there.
Extra point is good.
So the Tigers 2 weeks ago faced off against Bishop Miege. They suffered a 40-0 defeat. Last week Aquinas and Miege went head-to-head, and Aquinas was able to pick up a 29-26 win. So Tigers lose 40-0 against Miege, and the team they play this week beat Miege. And here with 9:03 to go in the first quarter, it's already 7-0 Saints.
Saints cheerleaders, thank you.
Tigers' opening drive offensively just didn't go how they would have expected there. They got themselves into a 3rd and 2 situation, certainly a convertible 3rd down there for the Tigers, but unfortunately on 3rd and 2, Brush's pass goes incomplete, and their punt led to an easy Aquinas touchdown there as the Saints started in Blue Valley territory on their opening drive. So special teams and poor offense there to begin the game has led to a 7-0 Tigers defense.
For the Tigers, number 6, Thomas Hoskins, and 17, Ben Dalkey.
Hoskins and Dalkey back again. Matt Siebold in kick formation at 1 hop to Hoskins last time. This time the kick is much stronger. This one will be well into the end zone, and 1 hops out of the back of the end zone, and that's certainly a plus there for the Tigers. Siebold gets it out of the back of the end zone, so Blue Valley's drive will begin this time from the 20 instead of inside their own 10. So some breathing room here for the Tigers, and we'll see what they can do to answer the Aquinas scoring drive.
Yeah, Sean Carroll will certainly be a tough task to stop for this Tigers defense, so they're going to have to get some offensive production tonight. Definitely look to running back Max Rudman to provide that, as well as Ben Dalkey.
So on 1st down here, Brush is in a pistol set with Rudman right behind him. Brush looks to throw quickly. Davis's way. Davis has got the catch and will be wrapped up and spun down. A pickup of just 2 there on 1st down.
Complete to number 18, Andre Davis.
Good to see Davis back in the mix for the Tigers. They are certainly a better team with him in the game. They'll give him 3 yards there on that 1st down play. 2nd and 7 here for the Tigers.
2nd and 7 from the 23.
Rudman behind Brush. 2nd down, 8:30 to go. Brush fakes the handoff. Now a jump throw, it's completed. This one's Samuel. Out across the 35, Samuel still going, and it takes a swarm of tacklers to bring him down at the 40-yard line. Tigers' first down of the game comes from Gatlin Samuel.
And that's a 2nd jump pass that we've seen from Trevor Brush on the season. He did it earlier against North last week to get one of the touchdowns, and he does it there to Samuel. Great throw and run after catch from Samuel there, fighting for those extra yards.
In the 14-7 Tigers win last week, Samuel had the only touchdown catch. Brush finds him early here in quarter number 1. Now another sprint out pass. Brush throwing, looking for Davis. It's completed. Davis had enough for the 1st down, He was pushed backwards out of bounds, but the official marks him into Aquinas territory at the 49, and the Tigers pick up their second first down in as many plays.
And this Tigers offense really rolling right now, finding their rhythm, getting their big playmakers with the ball, especially Andre Davis on this drive.
And with John Price out, we've really seen the Tigers throwing more than we've seen them all year. Only one handoff on the game, and they're relying on the arm of Trevor Brush, and it's worked on this second drive. Now under 8 minutes to go, they will hand it off to Rudman, and in the backfield, a loss of 5 yards.
Max Rudman dropped for a loss.
Rudman was spun down right when he had the ball.
Got by 28.
Now with 7:25 to go, the Tigers will face second and 14.
The Tigers 47, second and 14.
So 2 runs on the night. That second one didn't go as planned. We'll see if the Tigers head back to the passing game. Grady Westphal, the leading receiver in last week's game for the Tigers, 2 catches, 81 yards. He lines up in between Andre Davis and Max Rudman, and I believe the Tigers got the Saints to jump. So the 5-yard loss on first down will be negated there on the offsides, and the Tigers will be back to second down and 10. They'll actually give them a yard, second and 9.
Definitely a big gain back for the Tigers on the offensive line. Number 79, Julian Boyajian, back on that right tackle side.
Boyajian missed the previous 5 weeks. He's back on the offensive line. This one's completed to Davis across the 40, breaks the tackle. Davis with 1 man to beat inside the 10, spun down at the 2. Andre Davis. He only played the opening drive of the game last week, and he's already made a difference here tonight. 3rd catch, and he's down to the 2, and the Tigers will have first and goal. And a quick chance to answer the Aquinas touchdown here. Just 2 yards left to go here for Blue Valley. Andre has made a difference early, and now Davis will head off the field on first down and goal. Davis with a limp again. He's been battling a groin injury. He did a little limp off the field. He looks ginger as he heads to the sideline. Not heading over to get any medical attention. Now here's a handoff. It's a pitch to Rudman. Rudman in the backfield. The Saints swarm him down, a loss of 2.
Max Rudman on the carry around left end.
It'll be second and goal now from the 4 here for Blue Valley. Davis back into the game. That's good to see. So not battling an injury, it looks like. Harold and Dalkey on the far side. Samuel and Davis on the near side. Rudman still in the backfield. Second down and goal from the 4. Brush and the Tiger offense look to the sideline. Saints student section trying to provide some noise here. Brush fires end zone looking for Harold there on the far side, and it goes incomplete. Brush's throw, he just led Harold too much, and it's now 3rd down and goal. 5:41 to go, a big 3rd down here for the Tigers. A chance to tie things up. We've seen the Tigers go for it on 4th down many times this season, and you wonder what kind of spot they'd be in here if they can't get in. They know they're facing a good offense in Aquinas. Certainly touchdowns for field goals is going to be a big emphasis in tonight's game. Brush, sprint out pass to his right, looking, fires, completed, into the end zone, touchdown! Gatlin Samuel, his second in as many games. And the Tigers answer the score. They get down the field with the arm of Trevor Brush. A passing attack of Blue Valley has tied this game. It only will take the PAT to knot us up at 7. 5:35 to go in the first quarter, and these teams have traded a touchdown early. Sean Carroll helps the Saints get in, and as he rolls in for his 14th touchdown, and Andre Davis helped the Tigers get all the way down the field before Samuel punched in his 2nd touchdown in as many weeks. And with that point after, this is a tie game at 7-7 with 5:35 to go.
Great drive there from the Tigers, able to get some chunks out of Andre Davis there. And also don't forget that jump pass from Trevor Brush. Great improvisation there and great composure on 3rd down to get that conversion.
Only 2 Tigers on the season have received a touchdown pass. One of them obviously being Andre Davis. He has 5 on the year. Gatlin Samuel has 3. And with that touchdown tonight, that was his 4th. So 9 passing touchdowns on the season now for Trevor Brush.
And
9
you must be
touchdowns,
present
10
to collect a
interceptions
prize.
on the year.
Again, the raffle is up to $500.
Tigers with a great job to answer there early. Last week they only scored 14 points, but one of those was coming on their opening drive with Andre Davis, and we see him playing a big role here. We haven't seen the Tigers throw the ball as much as they had early in this game all season, normally relying on Price, and it certainly worked on this opening drive. Now this one is fumbled. He still can't pick it up and will be now breaking tackles and has some room before being spun down at the 19.
Jeremiah Penny on the
Nice
return
play there
for
from
the Saints.
Cooper Veet to spin him down there. Definitely
By
should have
the
gotten to the ball a little bit
Tigers,
quicker there, though, for the
Cooper Veet.
Tigers, especially with that drop punt.
Jeremiah Penny couldn't field it quickly. He went down to pick it up, still couldn't retrieve it, and then the
First
third
and 10,
try,
Saints
he was
from
able
the
to pick
20.
it up, and the Tigers still weren't able to bring him down, and they spot him down at the 20. So first down and 10 again, under center. Carroll in the backfield. It's a pitch play, some trickery, and again not able to field the ball is Jeremiah Penny. So Penny was the one who dropped the kickoff, and there Skinner tried to pitch it to Penny, and Penny just couldn't get a hold on it. Penny hasn't been able to grip the football so far in these last 2 plays, and now he trots off to the sideline. So Skinner there on a design QB run had the opportunity to pitch it. He did.
First and 10 Saints.
It still turns out to be a first down, but certainly a scare there as Jeremiah Penny not able to hold on to the football in these last 2 plays. Hasn't hurt the Saints. They've been able to keep control of the football. Now here's a handoff Carroll. No, they fake it and it goes to Penny. So trickery there in the backfield. I'm not quite sure what happened. I think maybe he tried to hand that one off to Carroll and it was maybe just
Looks
juggled.
like Skinner actually dropped the snap there. Unfortunately, just
Loss of
able
2,
to fall
second
on
and
it,
12
and that's a
from the
loss of 2
29.
for Skinner.
So the Saints struggling with ball control here. 3 plays and 3 times we've seen the football on the ground. That obviously does include the kickoff. Now under 5 minutes to go. 4:50 left here in this first quarter. Under center again is Skinner. They put a man in motion, fake the handoff. Now they flip it to the motion man across the 30. And on the tackle is Alec Womble, and that's the 4th time the ball has seen the ground in as many plays. They mark him down by contact, but certainly a scare for the Saints. Last 4 times they've had the ball, it's found the ground, but they've been able to hold on to possession on all 4 of those plays. Now third down and 7. The last time we saw third down, we saw a 20-plus burst out of Sean Carroll. We'll see what they do here on third down with 7 yards to go. From the 32-yard line, they give it to Carroll. Carroll looking for an edge, and a swarm of Tigers bring him down about 2 yards shy of the first down marker. And on 4th down from their own 39-yard line, the offense stays on the field.
Lincoln Stu.
Plenty of trust in that running back Carroll here to pick up 2 yards, as you can tell. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2 from their own 39. Tigers defense should think about stacking the box here. Likely going to have to stop a run. Skinner will hand it off to Carroll up the middle, and he'll have enough for the first down as he falls down to the 45-yard line. So the line to gain was the 41. Carroll not brought down till he's able to gain the 45, and the Saints move the chains on 4th down, but certainly a good job by the Tigers defense early in this game.
Sean Carroll, such a physical back, able to run through those tackles there. They're going to have to find somebody on this Tigers defense that wants to tackle Carroll.
Carroll coming off a 233-yard gain. I'm sure he assumed he would walk all over the Tigers, and Blue Valley's defense has continued to make it hard for Carroll to run the ball. He was brought down right at the line of scrimmage there. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 now.
I have to say, Blue Valley defense really handling this well so far. Not able to handle a versatile, shifty back like Grant Stubblefield here, but able to contain more of a power back.
Tigers completely revamped their defense to stop the run, and it has worked so far. They've had to work for every yard they've gained so far tonight. Here's a pitch to Carroll, trying to get him to the edge, and Carroll's going to be brought down across the 50, pickup of 6, and it'll bring up another 3rd down. This one 3rd and just 4 to go here from the Tiger 49-yard line. 2:25 to go here left in the first quarter. And it'll be another third down here for the Saints, and we know that they are willing to go for it now, especially in Blue Valley territory. They went for it from their own 39. I'm sure they'll have no problem doing it here from the Tiger 49-yard line. 3rd and 4. Fake it to Carroll. They'll look to throw. It only happened 3 times last week, and this one goes incomplete.
Skinner pass incomplete. Intended for number 81, Talon Brown.
4th down and 4 yards to go. Talon Brown there was the intended receiver, but he almost made a tackle there on a Tiger defender, shoving him to the ground as the pass hit the dirt.
It does look like the punt unit may be coming. Actually, no.
Does appear to be the punt unit. So they went for it on 4th and 2. They say 4th and 4 is too much. Tigers defense, a great job there to shut down Sean Carroll. Back deep is Anthony Lonergan, and something I'd like to point out is on the Saints bench, they have a television for replay. We don't see that often in high school football, but the entire offense right now huddled around that TV, trying to look at what went wrong on that final drive.
35-yard punt. Fair caught at the 14, 1st and 10 Tigers.
So the Tigers get the football back, 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Blue Valley scoring on their last drive. We'll see if they can repeat and take the lead. Saw a heavy dose of the pass from the Tigers. 2 completely different offenses in this game. Samuel goes in motion. Brush with another sprint out pass to his right. Pressure coming. Now Brush fires deep down the field. He's got Dolke. Dolke completed across the 40 and brought down at midfield. 2nd explosion from the Tigers so far tonight. 1 from Davis, 1 from Dolke, and the Tigers will have 1st and 10 from midfield at the 49 with 1:46 to go left in this first quarter.
And Dolke there, typically deployed as more of a blocking receiver and utilized on a lot of short routes. Huge chunk play there. One of his first big chunk plays all season, and he really makes the Saints pay for poor coverage in that secondary.
That throw by Brush was on the run, and it was a beauty. Now they hand it off here to Rudman. Rudman back to the original line of the scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. The arm from Trevor Brush tonight has hit another level that we haven't seen yet this season. He's been great throwing the football, and the Tigers are seeming to rely on that so far tonight. Gatlin Samuel comes out of the game in exchange for Grady Westfall. It'll be Dolke and Harold on the near side. 5 wide here for the Tigers. Rudman comes out of the backfield and into the slot. It's Davis, Westfall, and Rudman in that order on the far side of your screen. Brush is a lone shotgun formation. Under a minute to go now, first quarter. Brush looks, fires, tipped, and then caught by Andre Davis. It was batted at the line of scrimmage, and Davis makes the catch, and it'll set up a 3rd down here for the Tigers with about 4 yards to go.
Fantastic concentration there from Andre Davis, able to hone in on that deflected ball and reel it in. Great catch.
4 from the Saints 45.
Under 30 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Tigers have 3rd down and 4. Rudman now lines up to the right of Trevor Brush. Blue Valley takes a long look at the sideline. Play clock winding down now under 5 seconds. Brush gets it off in time. Quick throw for Davis, and it's in and out of the hands. Davis was open, and he had the yardage there for a 1st down, and it bounces in and out of the hands of Andre Davis. Don't see that often. Davis normally sure-handed, can't come down with that one, and it'll be 4th down and 4 with 6 seconds to go in the quarter. And with the incomplete pass, the Tigers will have to run another play. So the offense remains on the field, and the Tigers' final play of the quarter will be a 4th down. 4th and 4, 6 seconds to go. Tigers receivers rush to the line there. Under 10 seconds left on the play clock, and the Tigers are looking to the sideline. Now under 5. Brush gets it off. Looking again for Davis. Pumps. Now fires deep down the sideline. Davis covered well. He gets a hand on it, but it goes incomplete. Great defense down the field there by the Saints. Davis with a big height advantage there on his man. Tigers bluffed the previous play. Davis with a 4-yard in.
Penalty on the play.
So now we hear there is a penalty down, but the Tigers bluffed their previous play, and then Davis went deep down the sideline. A little hitch and go. They're going to get holding on the defense, and the Tigers' drive will continue. Holding will be enough to give the Tigers a first down, and with 1 second to go in the first quarter, the Tigers will have to run another play.
The 10-yard penalty moves the ball to the Saints 35, 1st and 10.
From the 35-yard line, the Tigers catch a break and move the chains. It's 1st down and 10. Knotted up at 7 with 1 second to go in the first quarter. It's been a great first quarter of action. We've seen the Stars on both sides make big plays, and the Tigers now looking to take their first lead of the game. Inside Saints territory at the 35. Brush fakes the handoff, looks, fires to Davis, and it's in and out of the hands of a defender, incomplete, almost intercepted.
Rush pass,
Excitement to end quarter number 1. The Tigers pick up a 4th and 4, and we almost see an interception on the final play. 12 minutes of football here at St. Thomas Aquinas, and we are all knotted up at 7 after 1.
Coaches have the proper number of officials to oversee this contest. Our student athletes and coaches at the sub-varsity level are not as fortunate, and youth programs have even.
So the Tigers get Julian Boyajian back, and the offense also goes with many pass plays. Haven't seen that very often. I believe only 2 runs in that first quarter. Tigers had a quick trigger throwing the football. We don't see that much from Blue Valley. With John Price in the backfield, certainly the Tigers' bread and butter. It's been Price and Davis all season, and tonight it's been Brush and all of his receiving corps, finding almost all of them in that first quarter, and a great job offensively by the Tigers.
It's been really a night to highlight some other players who haven't been getting so many touches as Andre Davis and John Price. Ben Dahlke with the huge play on that last drive to keep this one going.
Start of the second quarter, 2nd and 10 Saints.
Trevor goes.
35.
Seen 2 real explosions in the passing game by this Tigers offense, one from Davis and one from Dahlke, and the Tigers will now have it at the 35, 2nd and 10. Brush to throw again, pressure coming. Brush gets it off down the middle of the field, and it's in and out of the hands of Grady Westfall. 2 catches for 81 last week for Westfall. He was their leading receiver in the 14-7 win. That one in and out of his hands. It was good defense. Certainly not a routine catch there, but one I'm sure Westfall would expect to come down with. Westfall comes out of the game now in exchange for Gatlin Samuel. 11:55 to go. It's 3rd and 10 here for the Tigers. Another big 3rd down here for Blue Valley, and with 10 yards to go, wonder if this one goes incomplete, if they'd go for it from the Aquinas 35 or they'd punt. I'm sure McGuire Richmond doesn't have the leg to knock one through from here. It'd be a decision if the Tigers don't pick one up. Last week on the opening drive of the game, Andre Davis had 2 catches for 35 yards, and both of those completions came on 3rd down and 10 plus. One was a 3rd and 17, and one was 3rd and 14. Tigers went to Davis on both of those, and he had enough for the first down. Now we see a 3rd and 10, and you'd wonder if Andre Davis would be the intended target. They went to him on 3rd and 4, and then they went to him on 4th down and 4. He wasn't able to catch either of those, but the Tigers benefited off the penalty. Blue Valley uses a timeout on 3rd and 10. Terrell wants to talk this one over. Line to gain is the 25. Blue Valley, the football rests now for them at the 35-yard line. 11:55 to go. The Saints defense retakes the field here. Tigers still in the huddle, trying to make sure that they get this 3rd down call correct. It'll be Harold on the near side of your screen, Dahlke and Davis on the far side. Gatlin Samuel lines up on the side of Dahlke and Davis. Rudman right behind Brush. Dahlke comes in motion. He now joins Harold on the right side. Brush looking, screen pass. It was a bubble from the running back. Rudman was wide open. Brush spiked it into the dirt at his feet, and it's 4th and 10 from the 35.
It does look like the Tigers are going to stay on the field here, maybe get them to jump off sides.
I will say it is a windy night here, so maybe the Tigers not going to trust the punt. I know Saints would already be at the 35. It's not horrible field position to yield if you're Blue Valley here if you can't get it, but 4th and 10, and the Tigers are certainly going to hope to pick this one up. See if they look Davis's way. They normally do on these 4th and 3rd downs. Pressure coming. Brush looks for Rudman. He makes the catch, but in the backfield, Tigers would have been better off dropping that one. So now instead of the Saints taking over at the 35, they take over at the 41 because of the completion.
Number 35 on that.
Better off throwing that one out of bounds. Maybe a lapse in judgment there by the Tigers. And with 11:45 to go, the Saints retain possession.
Yeah, certainly some game awareness required there for quarterback Trevor Brush there.
We've seen great offense and great defense so far tonight. Saints with 2 stops defensively and a touchdown. Tigers with a touchdown and a stop. Handoff here on first down. This one not going to be to Carroll. Goes to Gianni Rizzi.
Number 6, Gianni Rizzi on the carry on right in.
Rizzi punches that one into Tiger territory at the 49, and it's good for a first down on the opening play of the possession.
And since the Saints hand the ball off to Carroll so much and so often on their offense, definitely got to rest him for a couple plays here, getting number 6 Rizzi in for the Saints.
Yeah, here's Rizzi again. Carroll on the sideline. Rizzi's got an edge across the 40, 35, and pushed out of bounds just short of the 30-yard line. And Gianni maybe with a little bit more speed than Carroll. When we see him get to the edge, he's been able to make a difference here on his first 2 carries of the game. Carroll now back in, and in that Saints offensive backfield, we've seen a lot of trickery. We've seen Skinner kind of do a lot of pitches, some QB designs. We've seen multiple running backs in that backfield because of motions. There's 2 in the backfield right now, and although the Tigers typically know a run is coming, they never know who will hold it. This one's Carroll. Carroll throws a man to the ground, breaking tackles, and is inside the Tiger 20, just short of the 10. Carroll threw a Tiger to the ground there with a mean stiff arm and then proceeded to break tackle after tackle and wasn't brought down until he got to the 11 of the Blue Valley Tigers. And that run right there just shows everything about Sean Carroll. He gets it again, this time working towards the edge. Pile there down at the 5.
Sean Carroll on the carry.
Pickup of 6 there. It'll be 2nd down and now 4 to go.
Burrows on the stop for the Tigers. Gain of 6.
Certainly great job by the Saints coaching staff mixing up different looks from this backfield. We've seen Carroll and Rizzi get touches on both sides. A lot of sweep plays going to Rizzi as well.
Another handoff here up the middle to Carroll. He's just short of the end zone. So the Tigers, after that big chunk play to Dalkey to get it to midfield, looked like they had the momentum. They had just got to stop and tied the game at 7, and it looked like they had a chance to take the lead. That a great stop by this Saints defense has now put them in position to go up here early in the second quarter. Just over 10 minutes to go. We're tied at 7. 3rd down, handoff, Carroll. Carroll bounces off a tackle and now fights his way into the end zone. Second touchdown of the game, give him 15 on the season. Carroll finds the end zone there with 10:01 to go here left in the second quarter. Carroll was met there right at the line of scrimmage and he just bounced off the tackle. Shows how strong a running back like Carroll is. 213 pounds. He broke a lot of tackles on that drive. We saw a good stiff arm, and we see him into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. Now 15 touchdowns on the season for Carroll, and he's got 5 in his last 2 weeks.
With 10 minutes and 1 second left in the second quarter.
Brady, that's just a stat line that you do not see very often in high school. By week 7, 15 touchdowns. That's 2.1 per game for Sean Carroll, and really just the highest volume that we've seen from a high school running back in the last couple years, that you have to say.
And Carroll, with just 23 yards this game, can reach 900 yards already rushing on the season. This just week 7, and I believe he's already surpassed that point and gotten over 900 on the year to accompany his 15 touchdown season. Sean Carroll's just been great for the Saints. They've based their entire offense around him. He carried the ball 40 times last week out of a combined 63 plays. 60 of them were runs. Carroll got 40 of the touches, and already tonight in a 14-7 Saints lead, Carroll has both of the Saints touchdowns. Tigers still with plenty of time left to go. Saints will receive the opening kickoff of the second half, so this is a big possession for the Tigers, looking to at least tie things up before the Saints will retain possession of the second half. Hoskins there swung out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Solid return there for Blue Valley, and we'll see if the Tigers look to pass here again on drive number 4. Tigers came close last time. The drive ended at the 35. Well, I guess the 41 with that 4th down completion for a loss of 6. Just a lapse in judgment there. They got it all the way down to the 35 before facing their second 4th down. It's where the drive stalled. Andre Davis lines up on the far side, accompanied by Harold and Dalkey. Gatlin Samuel, tight end, lines up alone on the near side of your screen. Brush puts Dalkey in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Brush sprint out to his left, fires looking for Davis, and it goes out of bounds.
Brush pass incomplete.
Davis couldn't catch up to that one. The throw just too far out across the sideline. We saw Brush hot early, making many of his throws, and now we've seen a couple there that just haven't quite gotten to his targets. So 2nd down and 10 with 9:50 to go. Tigers go 5 wide here again. Already seen it a couple times tonight. Tigers okay with showing that they're gonna throw this football. Brush to throw quickly, now just kind of throws it down. He pump fake looking Davis's way. It seems that's the direction he's looked on almost all of these passes, but Westfalt was also in the area. It was a matter of who it was gonna go to. Brush's pump fake there and then just spiked it into the secondary of the Saints. 9:46 to go now, and it's a big 3rd and 10 for the Tigers, trailing by 7. Saints will get the ball to begin the half. This is a huge drive here for Blue Valley. Certainly wouldn't expect to go for it on your own 21-yard line, so 3rd down, they need 10 here. The line to gain is the 32. Brush quickly fires for Davis. Davis has got the line to gain, and he falls down to the 36-yard line, and again on 3rd down, the Tigers look Davis's way. 9:40 to go in the half. The Tigers pick up a critical 3rd down there. It's 1st and 10 from the 36.
Blue Valley just so fortunate to have Davis fully recovered from this groin injury here. Definitely don't want that to be bothering him the rest of the season. For that reason exactly, all these chunk plays on 3rd downs.
Harold, the lone wide receiver on the near side of your screen. Samuel lines up offset. Tight end in the backfield to the right of Trevor. Handoff here, Rudman looking for some room. Down to the 40-yard line, pick up there of 4 yards on 1st down.
Stop by 56.
Haven't seen many runs tonight, but we do know Rudman is definitely a capable backup of John Price. He played 3 quarters in last week's game and just about every possession except that first when John Price went out. Under 9 minutes now remaining in the 1st half. Brush hands it off again, and now in the backfield again, Rudman is brought down. And the run defense of the Saints has been great so far tonight. Now another big 3rd down. It was 3rd and 10 last time. Tigers went to Davis to pick it up. It's 3rd and 9 now from the 43. Sorry, the 37. Not quite across the 40 yet.
3rd and 9 from the 37.
Dalkey and Thomas Harrell at the near side of your screen. Westfalt and Andre Davis on the far side. Play clock winding down, and the Tigers will take another timeout. There was just 2 seconds left on the play clock. It looked like Blue Valley was trying to maybe draw the Saints offside there and turn a 3rd and 9 into a 3rd and 4. Instead, they used their 2nd timeout of the 1st half and will have to face another 3rd down. 3rd and long, you'd expect Brush to look Davis's way here. 7:57 to go in the half. Can't say enough how big of a drive this is for Blue Valley. The Saints receive the 2nd half kickoff, and if you give them the football back, they could have a chance to take a 2-possession lead into the half, where they would ultimately receive the opening kickoff of that 2nd half. Huge drive for the Tigers, and a huge 3rd down here from their own 36. Terrell took a timeout to try and get the play right. We'll see what they do now on 3rd and 9. Davis lines up now on the near side of your screen. Haven't seen him on this side of the football much tonight. We'll see what the Tigers do here on 3rd and 9 with 7:57 to go. Samuel in motion, Brush sprints out, now fires backside, and falling over was Rudman. It was a designed screen towards the weak side of the field, and Rudman was tripped up by his own offensive lineman, and the critical drive for the Tigers will turn into a Will Stroud punt. 4th and 9 from their own territory. Not close enough to go for it yet. Stroud will kick this one away. 7:53 to go in the half, and that dangerous offense of the Saints will get the ball back. Tigers, we've already seen them stop the Saints once tonight, and they will be called on for a big stop here as this half comes to a close. This ball hops once inside the 20, now to the 15, and it's picked up there by the punt returner, and he's swarmed at the 15-yard line.
The 50-yard punt is taken
Very
by
interesting
O'Brien
choice there for O'Brien to pick that punt up.
Great punt there by Will Stroud, using the hops to at his advantage, goes for 50 yards. And again, we see the Saints now huddled up over there by their sideline television to look at replay. We don't see that often from high school football teams, but they're able to look and develop their plays as the game goes on. So the offense back out onto the field with 7:41 to go. 1st and 10 from their own 15. Handoff here, Carroll up the middle. Tigers defense does a good job to limit him there on 1st down. I actually believe that was
Rizzi on the carry.
Gianni Rizzi there, so Carroll wasn't in the game there to pick up the carry. Good for 4 yards, now 2nd down and 6.
Braden Nero on the stop for the Tigers.
Rizzi still in the game. Skinner hands it off. Now he's going to pitch it outside. This one is picked up by Jeremiah Penny. Makes a man miss. Penny down the sideline into Tiger territory. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 35.
Jeremiah Penny on the carry.
Penny with a huge carry there. They'll spot him at the 32-yard line of the Tigers.
Richmond pushes Penny out of bounds.
It's not the first time we've seen Skinner have a sprint out option there. Lots of pitches tonight. Like I said, you typically know they're going to run it, but you never know who will have the football. They've got a man in the backfield, typically motion someone. Skinner can always run it, and we've seen the pitch a few times already tonight. That one the Tigers weren't quite ready for with 7:04 to go. It's 1st and 10 from the Tiger 32. This one will be Skinner on a direct handoff right up the middle. Skinner took the snap and took that as far as he could. He goes across the 30 down to the 26-yard line.
We've seen some great running from Skinner so far in this game. Definitely developed that read option game for the Saints with the pitch plays to Penny as well as Rizzi, really opening up this running game for the Saints here.
Seems anyone in the navy and gold is a candidate to carry the football tonight. Skinner under center. Rizzi in the backfield. They put a man in motion. They fake it to Rizzi. Now Skinner's got it. Skinner with a 1st down inside the Tiger red zone to the 19-yard line.
Inside the 20.
So Skinner's been making the decisions on the last 3 plays. He had the pitch to Penny, and there's 2 direct snaps as Skinner just did what he could with the football, and he's picked up 2 first downs, and now Saints are in the Tiger red zone. 6:15 to go in the half. Tigers trail by 7, and the Saints are driving. Here's a handoff to Rizzi. Rizzi able to get down to the 11-yard line, a yard shy of the 1st down marker, but a penalty is down. And you'd expect this one to come back as the Saints are already moving that way. It is a hold on the Saints. So the 9-yard gain will be erased, and we'll see how far they move them back. 6:07 remains here in the 1st half. 14-7 the score. Saints moved all the way back there down to the 29.
1st and 20.
1st down with 20 yards to go here for the Saints. Still Rizzi in the backfield. They put Penny in motion. It'll be a flip there to Rizzi. Tigers had him in the backfield, but a couple broken tackles, and Rizzi's able to pick up 6 yards there on 1st down.
By 90 Stubbe.
2nd down and 14 now. A broken tackle there on the backfield hurts the Tigers, as it would have been a loss of a couple. It turns into a gain of 6, and we haven't seen Carroll on the field at all this drive. but a man in motion again. They fake it. Now they'll look to throw for the second time tonight. End zone. Caught for a touchdown.
Pass is incomplete.
It is dropped at the last second. Talon Brown had it. He still has it in his hand there. He's having a chat with the official now. He retreats to the line of scrimmage. It looked like Brown had it for a touchdown. The Saints only dropped back to pass 3 times last game. They've already dropped back twice tonight.
23.
0 for 2 is Skinner when throwing the football, but everybody on that Saints offense has been great when rushing. So what looked like a Brown touchdown goes as an incompletion. Now 3rd and 15 here for the Saints. From the Tiger 29, a huge 3rd down for this Blue Valley defense. In motion, Penny looking to pass. Pressure coming now, flips this one, completed. Rizzi out of the backfield, he slips and falls. It looks like he would have been able to pick up the first down. Instead, he's 2 yards short. Rizzi could have just plowed forward and picked that one up. Instead, he loses his footing, and it brings up 4th down and 3. Saints obviously going to stay on the field here with just 3 yards to go. Carroll into the game. This is the first time we've seen him in that huddle. They get him on 4th down and 3. So he gets subbed into the game. You'd expect him to get the carry here with just 3 yards to go. 40 carries last week on 4th down with just 3 yards to go. They hand it off to him, but a flag is down and it's going to be a false start. 4th and 3 turns into 4th and 8.
Illegal procedure against
now a decision here for the Saints, and the quarterback Skinner heads off the field. We'll see if this is the field goal unit now for the Saints.
Yeah, it does already look like number 5, Siebel, is coming out for the Saints here.
Already a 7-point lead, trying to make it 2 possessions here with 5:08 to go in the half.
Siebel field goal attempt, 34 yards.
34-yarder from the right hash here for Siebel. Saints sub Talon Brown at the last second. Siebel's kick is up on the way, has the distance, and it is good. They extend their lead to 10, their largest lead of the night, and 17-7's the score with 4:44 remaining here in the opening half. Now a huge offensive drive here for the Tigers. They're going to try and cut this Saints lead down as much as they can before they go into the halftime locker room. Saints will receive the opening kickoff, and if they receive that up 2 scores, could be demoralizing here for the Tigers, so you'd expect them to do everything they can to try and find their way into the end zone or at least into prominent kicking position. Just 4 minutes, 44 seconds to go in the half, and the Tigers have 1 timeout. Certainly plenty of time still for Blue Valley, despite only having 1 timeout left, but time will certainly be in the back of every Tiger's mind here on their final drive of the half.
Siebel to kick off for the Saints. Deep for the Tigers, number 6 Hoskins and 17 Dalkey.
The refs were having a chat with that Aquinas sideline. There's 2 refs over there talking with the coach right now.
Drone over the field, please stop immediately. Thank you.
So there's a drone issue right now. There's a drone being flown over the field. The PA announcer kindly asked them to stop as the refs stop play for the drone.
And it looks like the drone is on its merry way now.
Whoever was flying the drone got the message and retreated. It's still behind the press box here. Out to the right behind the stadium, we can still see it, but the refs say it is a comfortable distance enough to resume play. So that was the chat they were having on the sideline. There were a couple refs over there talking to the coaches of St. Thomas, and the message was relayed up to the press box, and now the drone has retreated and stayed put there behind the tree line. Is this kick heading out of bounds, and that'll be a penalty. And the Tigers will have good field position here to end the half. 4:44 to go. Tigers will start, I believe, at the 35. Could be spotted at the 30. Not exactly sure of the high school rule here. They will walk it out to the 35-yard line. So 4:44 to go. Tigers are going to get good field position here. 65 yards are what the Tigers need here to try and cut this deficit to 1 score before the half can come to a close. Under 10 seconds on the play clock. Tigers look to the sideline. Brush will throw on first down, looking for Davis, who makes the catch and is met right away by a swarm of tacklers. Good for 8 yards on first down.
18, Andre Davis, just shy of a first down. 25.
Davis having a career day so far tonight. Certainly the most receptions we've seen him have in a game, and there's still 4 minutes left in this first half. Just a lot of passes for the Tigers. We don't see that often, and it seems almost all of them have gone Davis's way. Here is Gatlin Samuel out across midfield at the Saint 49-yard line.
Tigers first down.
Clock will stop with 4:14 on the first down there. Samuel with another big catch. That's his third catch of the game. One of them already tonight is gone for a touchdown.
1st and 10 Tigers from the Saints 49.
Tigers quickly move it across midfield. Picked up 16 yards on their first 2 plays. Brush puts Dalkey in motion. Now hands it off to Rudman. Rudman looking for room. He'll be out to the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 6.
Stopped by number 1, Julian Marks.
Now 3:35 to go left on this
3-yard gain.
Clock.
2nd and 7 from the 46.
Tigers have plenty of time, but now Blue Valley is going to try and keep it out of Aquinas' hands, so they don't want to score too quickly here and give the Saints enough time to counter their score. Brush hands this one off again, and maybe these last 2 handoffs have served as trying to burn some of that clock.
Across the 45.
Under 3 minutes to go now. 3rd down for the Tigers, 3rd and 4.
Stopped by number 48, Wyatt Potter.
The drone is still hanging around now. It's directly above the press box.
3rd and 4.
Nobody on the field seems concerned. The drone went away for a second. It is back. 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers with a drone looming in the area. Brush fires looking for Davis. Seemed he was checked on that sideline.
Rush pass incomplete.
Handsy defense there, no flag, and it's 4th and 4.
4th and 4 for the Tigers from the Saints 43.
It would be dangerous to go for this. You'd give the Saints 2 minutes 45 seconds with all of their timeouts, and they get the ball to end the half. 5 wide for the Tigers on 4th down and 4. Gutsy call here for Blue Valley. Maybe just trying to draw them off sides. Play clock under 10. Brush will run a play, quickly fires, and Max Rudman makes the catch, and they will give him the line to gain. Almost goes out of the hands of Rudman. It was a close call there, but he was able to haul it in, and they give him the line to gain. The Tigers move the chains on 4th and 4. That was a gutsy call for Blue Valley. If they don't get that, they give the Saints great field position with 2:30 to go and 3 timeouts with a 10-point lead. Instead, it works out for Blue Valley. They move the chains now down to the Saint 39. Brush puts Dalkey in motion from right to left. Now looking to throw is Brush. Quickly fires to Rudman out of the backfield across the 40. Rudman with a full head of steam is pushed out of bounds at the 33.
Stopped by number 2, Blake O'Brien.
Rudman gets out of bounds, so the clock will stop with 2:08 left to play here in the half.
6-yard gain.
Tigers trail it by 10 at 17-7. 2:08 to go. Blue Valley with 1 timeout, and they need a score here. Tigers drove it all the way down to the 35 before being held on 4th down just 2 drives ago. Now they've already crossed that point to the 33. Brush on 2nd with 4 yards to go. Looks Davis's way. Now fires, and Davis knocks over a defender right in Davis's way.
Incomplete.
I'd argue that obstructed Davis's route, but maybe because he pushed over the defender, there's going to be no call. Davis was trying to get around the defender who was standing right in his way, and Davis threw him to the ground. No flag on either side, and it's 3rd and 4 with 2:02 to go. So we already know it's 4 down territory here for the Tigers. A big 3rd down, and they're going to go to a 5 wide again. I like the new offense we're seeing from Blue Valley. We don't see him throw as much as we're seeing it tonight, and that throw by Brush led Davis just too much. He was able to get his fingertips on it, but it was way out in front of Davis. And from here, I didn't think he was even going to get a hand on it, and he was able to, but it does still drop incomplete. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:59, and the Tigers face their second 4th down in as many sequences. Last 2 tries for the Tigers, they faced a 4th down. 4th and 4, 5 wide here for Blue Valley. Play clock winding under 10. Brush will look to throw quickly for Harold. It's completed, and they'll give him the line to gain again. It was the 31-yard line where they needed to get. They're right at the 31. They're not going to bring out the chains. They wave him across a 1st down. Clock will stop with 1:54 to go.
And some big plays being made from these Blue Valley receivers here on crucial downs.
29.
Close calls on the last 2 4th downs too. The Tigers have just had enough on their last 2 4th down sequences, but they've had enough to convert. They move the chains again, and it's 1st and 10 now to the 29. Flag is down right away. False start on the offense with 1:33 to go. It was a play action fake.
Against the Tigers.
They get him with an illegal procedure with 1:33 to go, and it's now 1st and 15. Tigers have work to do with 1:33 to go. A 10-point deficit and halftime looming. It'll be 5 wide again for the Tigers. No backs to company Brush. Looking to throw, fires, and it's in and out of the hands of
Brush pass
Grady Westfall.
15, Grady Westfall.
So that's the second time the ball has been in Westfall's hands tonight. He's had no catches. The first one certainly wasn't his fault, not a routine play, but one he could have come down with. That one may have just been too much of a pass lead, but in and out of his hands, certainly catchable. 1:09 to play now, and the Tigers face 2nd and 15. Rudman will now head into the backfield with Brush. They fake the handoff to him. Brush looks, fires, and it's almost intercepted. He was looking for Dalkey, who was covered by 3 Saints, and that one was knocked down by Luke Hancock, who almost had himself an interception. Dalkey was by no means open. There were 2 Saints to the left and right of him, and Hancock jumped the pass, got right in front of Brush, and was unable to come down with it, so the Tigers maybe catch a break there. 3rd down with 15 yards to go. On their last 2 sequences, we've seen 2 4th downs. Tigers need 15 here to prevent a 3rd. 1:04 to go. Brush rolling out. Pressure coming. Now spins the other way. He's hit as he throws, and this one is intercepted. Down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him all the way. Wyatt Lewis. The last thing the Tigers needed before the half, and it's a Wyatt Lewis pick 6.
And Trevor Brush almost trying to make a Patrick Mahomes-esque play as he's getting tackled like we saw in the Super Bowl last year.
So the Saints get the ball to start the half. They already had a 10-point lead. There's a pick 6, and as it stands now, it would be 24-7 with 48 seconds to go, but there is a flag down. If this is on the return, it could wipe away the touchdown. Tigers were looking to go to the half at least down by 1 score. And instead now they might hope to just go to the half down by 10. Costly interception, 3rd and 15. They get the Saints with a personal foul.
After the interception.
The interception will stand. That's Brush's 11th on the year. 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions for Brush in his regular season campaign. 48 seconds to go. Tigers luckily just trail by 10 after the would-be pick 6 by Wyatt Lewis. They move the Saints back now to the 26-yard line is where the drive will begin. Maybe the 27, 48 seconds to go. All 3 timeouts for the Saints.
27. 1st and 10 Saints from their 27.
So the Tigers now best hope would be to trail by 10 going into the half. They need consecutive stops here. By that I mean a stop here to keep it at 10 and then a stop to open the half. They look to throw again. Fourth passing play of the night. Deep down the field, looking for Penny. They've traded interceptions. Anthony Lonergan with his second in as many weeks, and the Tigers get it right back.
For number 4, Jeremiah Penny.
Tigers had 2 interceptions last week, one by Robert Marshall, one by Lonergan, and that's Lonergan's 3rd on the season and 2nd in as many games. And with 41 seconds to go, it's a big turnover there for the Tigers. They trade interceptions.
1st and 10 Tigers from their 38.
That's Aiden Skinner's 3rd pick of the year, just 2 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions. They certainly don't throw it much. They only threw it 3 times last week. They've already seen 4 passes here in the first half. No completions throwing. Actually, there is just 1. So with 41 seconds to go, the Tigers will have another gasp before the half can end. Brush looking, he's got Westfalt. Westfalt across midfield to the 50. Brought down now at the 41-yard line. So that's Westfalt's 3rd target. We didn't see him pick up a catch on either of his first 2, but last week we saw him bring down 2 catches for 81 yards. Westfalt is the 2nd leading receiver for the Tigers, obviously behind Andre Davis with over 230 yards receiving on the season. One of 2 Tigers above 200. Now they look Davis's way, and a catch and out of bounds inside the 30, and the Tigers are rolling after the interception.
A huge play to get out of bounds there from Andre Davis there to stop that clock. 17 seconds left. The clock was rolling when the snap got off.
What a blessing it is for Blue Valley. One play after their own interception, they get one back, and their first 2 plays are good big chunks. And I will note also the Tigers' interception would have been a pick 6 if it wasn't for the unsportsmanlike call, and that could cost the Saints at least 7 here, and if the Tigers get in, it would be a 14-point sweep before the half. Brush steps up in the pocket, fires to Rudman. Great play by Brush, and Rudman gets out of bounds again with 11 seconds to go.
27, Max Rudman.
Blue Valley can still attack the middle of the field here with 1 timeout. 11 ticks remain in a 10-point Tiger deficit. We've seen only 1 field goal try by McGuire Richmond this season. Not sure if this is close enough to the goalpost for Richmond. I'm not sure if he can reach it from out here. The Tigers would at least need to get inside the 15, I believe, for Richmond to be able to attempt one. But with 11 seconds and likely 2 plays left to go for the Tigers, you'd love to see them find their way into the end zone. Pressure came quickly. Brush's throw out of the reach of Dalkey. That throw by Brush was just kind of trying to get the ball out of his hand as pressure was bearing down on him. 7 seconds to go with still a timeout. Tigers can still attack the middle of the field with 7 seconds left. Maybe only enough for one last gasp here from the 23. Regardless, the Tigers can consider it a blessing to only be down 10 as we head into the half, and the Tigers have a chance to cut it to a score. So the Tigers are going to use their final timeout. So with 7 seconds to go, now they can't attack the middle of the field. Maybe they could have gone for a quick 10-yard pass there and called a timeout.
With all these students who are being recognized for academics at halftime.
So the Tigers could have tried to get that one into field goal range, maybe a 10-yard pickup in 5 or 6 seconds and then use the timeout. The Tigers scrapped that idea. They're likely going to take one shot at the end zone with 7 seconds to go. Maybe they'll try and use the sidelines. I think 7 seconds is just enough for one play. They could be able to scrape off 2 here, but it'd have to be quick. McGuire Richmond appears to be in on offense here for the Tigers. I'm not sure if we've seen that yet this season. Oh, the Tigers are going to kick it from here. It's a 40-yard field goal try. We've only seen 1 field goal from Richmond this season. So the Tigers had a timeout. They could have at least handed it off and tried to get it closer before calling the timeout. They wanted the 40-yarder. Richmond's kick has enough, but it's no good. A booming kick there from McGuire Richmond to end the half.
No good.
Richmond had a boot there on that one. But the kick was no good, and with 2 seconds to go in the half, you'd expect the Saints to take a knee and get us to halftime. So we haven't seen Richmond kick all too often this season, but he's certainly capable.
Skinner takes the knee.
So the half comes to an end with a knee there. It's a 17-7 game as we go to the half. We'll take a break up here in the booth, but join us to begin half number 2.
Please meet at the gate by the rock. Thank you.